I am Jonathan West. You are watching Death Valley Television, and your Death Valley Technical Scavengers are the number 5 team in the nation and 5-1 on the season, as conference play begins this week against the Utah State Aggies in the hunting ground. Now, a bye week was much needed. The players need the rest, the coaches need the rest, and after that Penn State game, I think they just needed a breather. We saw what happened in Happy Valley. The Scavengers fell for the first time this season and are still in the top 5, but now it's a little more of, well, you've got to prove you deserve to be there against teams that they are expected to beat. The Scavengers now get into conference play. The PAC-12 conference standings now massively important, and mainly that conference record now. And they'll begin conference play against the Utah State Aggies. The Scavengers extremely favored in this one. At home, everything looking like it should go the way of Death Valley. With some key injuries for Utah State, they will be without their top center and without one of their rotational defensive pieces in Micah Rutter. So a big positive for the Scavengers. However, Shakir Curl is still there at quarterback. Now, he may not be the deadliest threat that the Scavengers have seen at quarterback. That was Darryl Sledge at Penn State. However, Curl can move with the football, and we have seen the Scavengers struggle against mobile quarterbacks like that in the past. So that is going to be a key component to look at there, as well as wide receiver Clyde Buck. The deep threat, 6'3", 196-pound receiver out of Provo, Utah. We know what big, tall, fast receivers can do. We've seen plenty of that in DVT, and that is exactly what Clyde Buck brings to the table. Will the Scavengers be able to keep him at bay? We'll see. Defensively, this defense is led by Nick Creer, the middle linebacker, a bit undersized at 5'11", but brings a big body to the table at 243. He's already got 3 picks on the year and 36 tackles, so I think that says exactly how his season is going. So John Bush gonna have his eyes on number 53 at all times. And finally, strong safety Channing Snelling leads that defensive backfield. The former 1-star out of Richmond, Virginia, has been a very good piece to Utah State's puzzle. 2 picks this year and 36 tackles. He has been a key contributor in that secondary. Looks like he could be a big player for a long time there. To the hunting ground, and we are off in this one. The Scavengers in their buzzard blacks and all white for Utah State, as not the greatest return there by Ty Tabor, but it's Nico Blanco leading the way on offense in the running back room. He's had a great go the last couple weeks. We'll see how he goes in conference play against a weaker foe here. Bush keeps on the option, doesn't find much, but slides safely. 2nd and 8 now. Shotgun set here for Bush. He'll hand off to Blanco, who's got room. A nice block by Nicholas. Really got him going. A good stiff arm added to it. And it's 23 right off the bat. 1st and 10. Ty Tabor quickly checks in, as Nico Blanco gets a quick break after 23 yards immediately, and Ty Tabor picking up 10. A new set of downs, and Blanco checks back in. He's got room to work with, and it's going to be another nice run, gain of 9 here. 2nd and 1. Split back set as they go the option. It's a pitch to Blanco. He's got room, plenty of it, to the 5. Touchdown Scavengers. The speed option ends in a touchdown for Nico Blanco, and that's one way to start the scoring for the Scavengers. I'm certain most people didn't have a speed option on their bingo card for the first touchdown today, And if you did, you are a much smarter man than I, as Blanco and company strike first, and Utah State now on their heels quick. The Scavengers defense now needs to continue doing what the offense has done, and that is take control of this ball game, as it is going to be all eyes on number 0, who's had a phenomenal start to the season, and Earl Shell, as that was a quick pickup underneath on the drag as they go quick. The Aggies running the no huddle at least a bit here. Snap taken by Curl, and there's Shell. Just pushes his way to the quarterback, picks up his first sack of the day, and he has been averaging at least a sack a game. 3rd and 11 as Curl makes a change. Curl to throw, pressure coming, he checks it down, and that's not going to get him enough. So just like that, the defense brings out the punting unit for Utah State. You can celebrate 100 completed passes, Curl, but it's not going to be enough to help you right now as the Scavengers offense takes back control. And we see how this offense goes, as that was a poor read by Bush. A handoff maybe picks up a ton, if not another touchdown with that play, as this is the jet pass to Alex Slade. That's going to pick up the lost yardage and a bit more. 3rd down and 7. First 3rd down of the day to watch for the Scavengers, but Nico's got it with ease. Already up to 84 yards on the ground for Nico Blanco as BJ Crow checks in, and they'll go his way on the ground. Gets a nice block to get the outside, and he'll have a first down. The true freshman has had a good year, and now Tony V checks in. The other true freshman back. He gets the flip out, and the pitch isn't going to get far. 2nd and 8. Blanco checks back in. They are shuffling backs right now, as Blanco with a nice room there picks up the first. And it's been all the ground game today. Play action by Bush. He finds a wide open Gio Sun, and that's all the way down to the 5. The number 2 tight end converted quarterback picks up the first, and it's going to bring up a new set of downs near the goal line. They go Blanco again, and he's going to be down to the 1. BJ Crow now in. He has vultured plenty of touchdown this season. They go Dakota Pounds, and he'll pound his way in. Touchdown Scavengers. They score again with the ground game, and it was essentially all the ground game except for really one play action pass. You can call the jet pass whatever you want to call it, but it's essentially a usage of the ground game, and this offense has been on top of things today. The defense back to work, and that's just a drop for the Aggies. A clear-cut drop doesn't help anything for them, as underneath it's a 9-yard pickup. 3rd down and 2. Best chance for the Aggies to pick up a first down here. Curl gets everything set. Makes one more change at the line. And this one is caught, and it's a big play. Got past Manu, and it's a big catch and run for the Aggies as Curl and the offense get up there quick. Now trying to take advantage of the Scavengers defense as a good run of 5 there. Utah State with a little momentum going. Another handoff, but Ahmad Kiki was ready. The play action doesn't work. The first sack of the day for Ahmad Kiki. Just like Earl Shell, Kiki came powering through, really unblocked, and Curl had no chance at that point. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter of action. 14-0. Scavengers on top in this one, and it's been all about their ground game early and the play of this defensive front. Second quarter of action now, 3rd and 10. As Utah State tries to pick up a big 3rd down. Curl moving, throws on the run, and that one is caught. A new set of downs at the 10. So a big catch there puts them in the perfect spot to put points on the board. It's another handoff, but nowhere to go. Raheem Clay on top of it. 2nd and goal. Curl in the gun. Looking to throw, pressure coming from Shell. He got away from it initially. That one's just incomplete. Off the hands of his intended target. Good defense by the Scavengers there. Curl looks to the end zone. Pressure coming. Down he goes. It's Kiki and Shell who combine this time. $1.50 for both of them so far on the day. It seems like it's going to be a big day for that right side of the line. As Utah State now sets up a chip shot field goal here. Kicks up. It's no good. It is wide left. Good is no good. And that right there is going to keep the goose egg on the board for Utah State. So a new set of downs here on a new drive for Death Valley Tech as Nico Blanco gets right to work on a 5-yard pickup. And guess what, folks? He's already eclipsed 100 yards on the ground. BJ Crow now. And Crow's going to get enough for the first. We have barely seen the ball in the air for the Scavengers offense, and I don't think anyone's worried about that as they go play action. And a flag flies. This one's going to be a hold on Nick Bridgens. You could easily see it on that left side. And that's going to bring them back. 1st and 20. Bush dropping back. Quick throw. That's caught. That's Tevin Nicholas picking up 13. 2nd and 7 now. They're going to the air again. This time a screen for Blanco. And he'll fight through a man and has the first down. Nico Blanco doing it all this season. It's another keeper for Bush, but the defense was not fooled. And it's another loss. The reads have not been good on Bush's part today. Bubble screen set up here for Slade. His first real catch of the day. So he picks up that lost yardage as it's 3rd and 9. They just hand off to Tabor. And a little bit surprised at that play call as they just punt back to the Utah State Aggies. Aggies offense back to work, and they pick up 3 on the ground to start. No huddle offense begins here. That's been the whole tail of the tape today for the Aggies, has been the no huddle offense, as in front of Manu Coffey, it is caught. And that, I believe, is Buck making the catch. 1st and 10. They continue this no-huddle offense as a handoff to the outside does not work. Raheem Clay had it. 2nd and 11. Curl takes the snap. Underneath, it's caught, but caught quick by Raheem Clay as they'll set up 3rd down and 5 now. No one now over the slot receiver from the looks of things. They move back now. And Curl cannot get it to his man as that was knocked away. Raheem Clay in coverage. And the Scavengers offense back on the field after the Aggies punt. It's more Nico Blanco. He has been on top of it. 2nd and 4. Bush with time. That one knocked away, intended for Alex Slade. Didn't have enough on that one. 3rd down and 4. Slade in motion. They'll flip it his way now, just trying to get the ball into their best receiver's hands, and that's going to be a 1st down. 1st and 10. Bush in the gun. Hands off. Blanco gets a nice block there by Choi, and that's going to be another nice stiff arm from Blanco for the 1st. The yards continue to stack up on the ground as they continue to do this all throughout the gun. As Blanco gets the screen again, gets away to the outside to the 20, 10, 5, cut inside there on the juke down to the 1. As it has been a Nico Blanco type of day. He has been a dominant force, whether it's as a receiver or a runner. He has dominated this Aggies defense and has been obviously, no doubt about it, the player of the game, win, lose, or draw. BJ Crow checks in with under a minute and a half to go in this first half of action. They go Crow's way. They almost bumped into each other, him and Dakota Pounds, but instead it's just a stop at the line of scrimmage as they pitch it out this time around. Crow stuffed again. Possibly the last play of the second. Hand off to Crow. He powers his way in right up the middle. Touchdown Scavengers, and BJ Crow vultures another one. And that should be the way we take this game to halftime. A 3-score deficit for Utah State at the half. And that is the way halftime comes, 21-0. Scavengers on top in this one, and it's been all Nico Blanco. 13.4 yards a carry. He has only ran the ball 9 times, folks, but he has caught the ball out of the backfield on screens. He's done everything so far, and he is very, very close to that 200 yards from scrimmage total already. I've got a feeling if they add many more points, we won't see much more Nico Blanco in the starting offense, but I've got a feeling he'll hit that 200 quite before that even happens. You are watching Death Valley TV. I'm Jonathan West, in the second half of action just getting underway here in the grounds as it is the Utah State Aggies football to begin, and that was a long play there made by Utah State. It took a while for that one to develop, and they just protected Curl enough to get that ball out there. So a new set of downs as a handoff on the ground, and they're going to have a 1st down and more. It's Mielhauser that brings them down. 1st and 10. The defense has played very well today. A $1.50 in terms of sacks for both Ahmad Kiki and Earl Shell today, as Mielhauser with another tackle there on that last run. 2nd and 6. Or I'm sorry, 2nd and 4 here. As over the middle, that is caught, but a flag does fly, and I've got a feeling this will be a hold. This time on the other side, we're seeing them against Death Valley. This time against Utah State. Javier Matlock called for it. 2nd and 14. Hand off here, but not a lot of room. They will pick up 6. It's still going to be a 3rd and long scenario for Shaquille Curl. They flip this one around in the empty as Curl making another change. Last minute change there defensively as this is caught, and that is going to end the shutout. They get behind Manu Coffee, and Utah State gets on the board. Sergio Ali with the catch, the touchdown for Utah State, and a little bit of momentum for the Aggies now. So how do you answer if you're Death Valley? It's now a 2-possession ball game, a little closer than I think they even won it. Well, a deep shot's a way to do it. There is Andre Zubnar for the first time today. Got right behind the defense, and a good throw by Bush to throw him even more open. It's a handoff here to Blanco, and he didn't have much room to work with initially. Gains 2 yards. 2nd and 8. Handoff again to Blanco. There's a flag quickly as he had the first down with ease. It's going to be on tight end Roosevelt Lamar from the looks of things. 2nd and 14 now. Bush in the gun. Tony V to his right now. He'll hand off to the freshman. Tony can't go far. That'll bring up 3rd and 12. Big play needed here for Bush in the offense. They set up the screen for Blanco. He gets a block. He's got the first, and it's a new set of downs. Once again, Nico Blanco has been the offense. They go to the screen here for Nicholas, and the freshman receiver doesn't find much. 2nd and 9. Blanco on the ground following Choi, and it's going to be near a new set of downs. They'll say just inches. I say got it, but it's 3rd and inches here for Crow. They hand off to the powerful freshman. He's got the first, and he'll stay in the ball game here. 1st and 10. It's Crow cutting back, and he picks up 4. 2nd and 6. Blanco in the backfield, and they'll go play action, and Bush just gets rid of it before he got sent to the turf. 3rd down and 6 now. Hand off Blanco. Once again, wide open room, and a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Nico in motion. Bush over the middle, easy pitch and catch. Tevin Nicholas, the true freshman, scores. The Scavengers just add to their lead, making it another 3-possession ball game. And at this point, you've got to think in the 4th quarter, we might see some backups into the game. So 1st and 10 for the Aggies here on a new drive. Has nowhere to go on the ground game. It was Ferrier that started it, finished off by Donnerson. And it's a big loss of 5 as they go right back to the ground, but nowhere really to go. They got back to the original line. 3rd down and 10. Curl. With time, it was pressure by Shell and knocked away. A great play there by Manu Coffey, as that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Scavengers as they're back on offense again. Check down here to Dakota Pounds as he'll pick up 5. 2nd and 5. Hand off Blanco. This time he's wrapped up. That is a rarity. No gain there. 3rd down and 5. Maybe the last play of the 3rd quarter, depending. Over the middle. It is incomplete for Alex Slade. And that will go back to the Aggies with 19 seconds left here in the 3rd, as that's a catch for a gain of 7. They go quick again. They can get at least one more play off here before the end of the quarter. Hand off here, and that'll be enough for a new set of downs. And it'll take us to the 4th and final quarter of action. 28-7 as we head to the 4th. Throw up those 4s, folks. 1 quarter of action left here in the grounds. The fourth quarter begins. Aggies football, they're down 21 points as it has been all the Scavengers and Nico Blanco as John Crane with a good tackle there. Second and 11. The second string not in yet, at least, as the fourth quarter begins, as that is a catch over the middle and a new set of downs. That was Cook in coverage. The redshirt freshman corner, Brian Cook. First and 10. That's arguably one of the better runs of the day on first down, as that gets them back to the line of scrimmage. They've had some rough runs on first down today. They go play action here, and that one had no chance. Curl got his own running back, ran into him. Third and 10. Pressure sent and incomplete, and they stay out on 4th and 10. The Aggies offense looks to make something happen here. A deep shot to the end zone. Knocked away. It was Holbrook and Coffee, as Bush and the offense are out there. No backups just yet. I'd expect one more touchdown to clear the way for the backups, as nowhere to go there for Blanco. His worst run of the day, a loss of 3, is Bush through the air now, off the hands of Tevin Nicholas. Third and 13. Empty set. It's a bubble screen setup, but they were ready for it. So nothing going there. Utah State, their best offensive stop of the day. Has a big hit there. Forces the ball free and incomplete. Second and 10. Looking to throw. Curl. Pressured. Throws that one away. And it's going to be third and 10. Curl to the air, as that one is incomplete. Curl looking to throw again. And this time he finds his man right down the seam, and it's a big pickup, the biggest of the day for Utah State. First and 10 now. Curl looking to throw. It's caught, and that's going to be a 7-yard pickup. Curl continues to get this offense to the line quick. 8 minutes left to go here. He goes to the air. Shell trying to bring the pressure. He's got the first with his legs. And DVT's defense now running maybe on fumes right now. They could use some time to rotate some guys in, but not willing to take a timeout. Pressure gets there, and it's a trio of defenders. Ferrier, Donnerson, Shell all get to Curl. That's exactly what they needed right there, as Shenard Ferrier gets in on the sack fun with Donnerson and Shell. Second and 19. Curl now facing a refreshed defense there with some changes made. Some other rotations now made to get the starters back out there. Curl to the air. That one incomplete. And the offense out there on 4th and 19. Looking to throw. Curl knocked away. Jaden Anthony. And Bush and company still out there on offense as they take over. Blanco gets the handoff, and he'll have a gain of 7. That 200-yard mark has definitely been reached today in all purpose. And it has been a good day for Nico Blanco, as he'll add to it. A $163 on the day. First and 10. Hand off to Tabor as he picks up 6. Tony V now checks in. And off to Tony, the freshman fighting, has enough for the first. Tabor checks back in. It looks like Blanco's day might be done for now. As 4 minutes left to go, Tabor picks up 3 on that run. Tony V checks in again. Man in motion, Zubnar, they flip it his way. Had one big play earlier today. He'll add another, as that's going to be a big first down into the red zone. Down into the 8, as Zubnar's had a very good season. He's been the big play receiver this year. And it's been fun to watch. First and goal, Tony V in the game. It's a keeper for Bush. Wrong place to run there as he got corralled. Second and goal with 2.5 left. Hand off to Tony. He's going to have it all the way down to the 5. And Tabor checks in here on 3rd and goal. They spread out the defense. Bush runs out of time but gets it to Lamar. It's short, and the offense is going to go for it. I mean, first conference game, I guess you want to show off a bit. They flip this one to Slade, and he tries to cut back in. It doesn't work. Down at the 1. As it's 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line. This one is caught. John Crane in coverage. This game is well over here with just about a minute to go. We'll see what happens as the ball pops free. The Scavengers, though, somehow couldn't find it. 2nd and inches after the fumble. Curl finds the wrong man. It's Keelan Holbrook with the interception that will put this game on ice. That flag that just flew certainly going to be on the Aggies. No, I thought it was a hold instead. Roughing on Ladarius Petty. It takes away the Holbrook interception, and this game should be over. Well, guess what? Earl Shell says at least I get another half sack as him and Kiki get there. So 2 sacks together for both of them, as Curl has just been brutalized in the backfield. 3rd and 17. Shell with pressure again, and that one almost intercepted. 4th and 17. Final play of the game probably for Utah State, and it is as that one's overthrown. 28-7. The Scavengers topple Utah State. And the most interesting part of this game, folks, is it felt like they could have done more. It was all Nico Blanco with a $163 on the ground. Another about 50 plus through the air. This young man controlled this game completely. The senior dominated in the Pac-12 opener. I mean, you can't ask for much more from your senior running back. And he certainly has certified himself as the top back on the team. Not the greatest day for John Bush, a lot of poor reads on the option, but a solid day. 16 of 20, 224 yards, and a touchdown. Very simple. But it was all about Nico Blanco and this 163-yard rushing outing. Unbelievable day for him. I can't believe what he was able to do. 75 yards receiving on the day off screens, and this man just dominated Utah State. You didn't need anyone else on offense there. Defensively, well, we know exactly who controlled that game. It was Earl Shell and Ahmad Kiki. 2.5 sacks for Shell, 2 for Kiki. They gave half a sack to Ferrier and Donaldson. But Earl Shell was involved with nearly every sack in that game. An unbelievable performance from the seniors this week. And they did get a big commitment as well. Jalon Whitaker, the 5-star out of El Cerrito, California. He was a fan of the Scavengers from the get-go, and they got the big end to come their way. Ahmad Kiki getting the nod as the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Week. A bit surprising there. Thought it might be Shell, if anyone, but certainly Kiki will take that as the Scavengers get set up for a game that screams trap. They take on the 1-6 Great Lake University Otters next week. And well, just wait, because we have some very interesting news to touch on for those Otters.